guys, and welcome back to the DaNSkills channel. Today we have another Match of the Day magazine video. We have transfer takeover. We've got massive rumours, record-breaking deals and crazy price tags. We've also got the world's most valuable players. We've got the big quiz. I've got a very exciting series and project on my channel right now. I am reviewing World Cup balls from 1930 to 2022, basically present day. Check it out right now. Don't miss it out. It's a very exciting series, guys, and really, it's superb. We have got 2 packs here, so let's open them. Let's get right into it. First card, we've got a Leicester midfielder, Dennis Praet. The centre mid does not play much games for Leicester. He's really on the bench most of his time. He probably should get a move, maybe to Belgium, so Genk, Anderlecht, because he's not playing at Leicester. Probably in some Europa League games. He's playing the Carabao Cup once in a while, but he's not playing out in the Leicester squad. He's been given 62 defence and 66 attack. West Ham midfielder, Manuel Lanzini. He has been on form. He can't stop scoring. He scored a brilliant volley against City. He scored a penalty against Chelsea. Scored a penalty against Leeds. He's just scoring lots of goals and he's a red hot player that you need to look out for. Great Argentinian. He's been given 33 defence, 65 attack. A Barcelona forward, Sergio Aguero. Now, it's very sad because he is retired due to heart problems, but when he did play, especially for Manchester City, a legend, true legend, scoring so many goals. And he's always been known for that goal against QPR, believe the 2012-2013 season, and then the commentator went absolutely crazy when he scored to win Man City the league. He went to Barcelona to team up with Lionel Messi, and it didn't work out because Messi went to PSG and he wasn't in great form, and then he just retired. He's been given 33 defence and 85 attack. Porto midfielder, Jesus Corona. Not coronavirus, don't worry. He's a right mid from Mexico, could play right wing back, but he's very quick, he cuts inside when he does play on the wings. Also Luis Diaz on the other side, who, again, he is on massive form. But Jesus Corona, he defends well, could play right back, he could play all on the right side. Very talented player with lots of technical ability. He's been given 67 defence and 72 attack. An Ajax defender, Nico Tagliafico. The Argentinian left-back, he plays for Ajax, and obviously Ajax's first choice left-back. Argentina, he could be their first choice left-back as well. But again, his technical ability is really good, but I mean, Thomas Müller kicked him in the Champions League in the head, and that sent him off. But Tagliafico, he really is something special. Still pretty young, about 26, 27. Could make a big move to the Serie A, Bundesliga, Premier League. But he's still in the Eredivisie. He's been given 84 defence, 47 attack. Second pack. A Manchester City defender, Ruben Dias 100 club. Lots of people have said he should be in the Team of the Year 2021-22 season. Many would disagree with Rudiger, Thiago Silva, Marquinhos, Van Dijk. Probably Van Dijk's not been great, but he's still one of the best centre-backs. Great, we got his 100 club. Talking about Diaz though, very strong, athletic. He could jump very high and he brushes everyone off the ball. He could contend with Virgil van Dijk, maybe. But he was signed for £45 million from Benfica and he came in, no one really knew him and he just kept putting in great performances, became a captain for a few games, just a quality player, and he's only 23. He's been given 100 defence, 38 attack. Sevilla defender, Diego Carlos, defensive warrior. Newcastle have been trying to sign him alongside Sven Botman, the Lille centre-back. Diego Carlos though, centre-back from Brazil, experienced, 28 years old, and Newcastle want to sign him. That's a great move for Newcastle because they're struggling in the defensive area. They might have Fabian Schär and Lascelles or Paul Dummett, but they're just basically championship level. I'm just going to go right out with it. Diego Carlos though, he's Champions League material, also Premier League material. Maybe not for a big club, but maybe for a team like Newcastle. He's been given 72 defence, 39 attack. The Chelsea midfielder, N'Golo Kante, was part of the 2015-16 Leicester winning squad. That was probably the greatest comeback ever. From 20th to 1st is absolutely unbelievable. They had Jamie Vardy. He played non-league 2 seasons before. Riyad Mahrez, not much people knew him, but he shined that season. Kante is now at Chelsea, just an engine. He never stops working. He's been given 86 defence, 62 attack. Borussia Dortmund midfielder, Julian Brandt, the German cam. He plays a lot for Dortmund. Probably not week in, week out. He's a rotational player. But when he plays, he's always got that little bit of a spark about him. He could play at right mid. He could play at cam. And again, about German number 10s, it's a technical ability and the eye for goal. Julian Brandt has definitely got this. He's been given 57 defence, 70 attack. A Bayern Munich defender, Bouna Sarr. He's at the AFCON at this moment and he is performing pretty well. Believe for Senegal or Cameroon, either one of them nations. Plays right back, plays centre back, plays left back. He's an all-rounder in the defensive area. And for Bayern Munich, of course, he won't be playing. He's 21, believe. He definitely won't be playing because they've got Benjamin Pavard, Theo Hernandez, and maybe they should add more quality. Well, Alphonso Davies as well, but maybe they should add more quality to the right back role. Maybe Bouna Sarr in a few years could be something decent. He's been given 66 defence and 57 attack. All eyes on Erling. Where will the alleged Dortmund star go? Must be nice to be Erling Haaland. He's been crushing it at one of the most vibey clubs on the planet and now he's top of everyone's shopping list. All that's left for the Borussia Dortmund baller to do is to pick where he wants to play next. Will Haaland stay in Germany, link up with one of the Manchester clubs, or join up with Kylian Mbappe at Real Madrid? If the French star goes there, we can't wait to find out. All the options. Which club would you sign if you were Erling Haaland? City, United, Madrid or Bayern Munich? Well, not United, not City. Bayern Munich definitely wouldn't go to a rival. Real Madrid seems pretty realistic for him. Haaland on flames. 76 goals in 74 games for Dortmund. He's the fastest and youngest player to reach 50 Bundesliga goals. And he's the fastest and youngest player to score 20 Champions League goals. Big money men. Which of these players hold the record for their country's highest transfer fee? Number 1, Angel Di Maria, Lionel Messi, Gonzalo Higuain for Argentina. Di Maria never signed for much money. Neither did Messi because he's only gone to one club in his whole life. Transferred, I mean. Gonzalo Higuain, believe he had a record fee of about 50 to 60 mil. So I'd say Gonzalo Higuain. Number 2, for Chile, Arturo Vidal, Alexis Sanchez, Claudio Bravo. Arturo Vidal, never been very expensive. Alexis Sanchez signed to United for a record fee. Claudio Bravo, again, hasn't been as expensive. Well, when he was in his prime, he never moved clubs from City. So Alexis Sanchez, record fee. 3, for Colombia, Juan Cuadrado, James Rodriguez and Radamel Falcao. Juan Cuadrado, I'm not sure, I think about 20 mil. James Rodriguez has definitely had a big move. Radamel Falcao, not sure. So in the end, I will go for James Rodriguez. 4, for Croatia, Luka Modric, Ivan Perisic or Mateo Kovacic. Luka Modric hasn't moved big money. I think it was from a Croatian club to Real Madrid. Dinamo Zagreb was the club. To Real Madrid, wasn't much money, quality player. Ivan Perisic, never been the most expensive player. Mateo Kovacic, on the other hand, has probably signed for the most money. 4, Italy, Gianluigi Buffon, Enrique Chiesa or Jorginho. For Italy, Enrico Chiesa. I think they've just tried to do Chiesa, not sure. But obviously not Buffon, not Chiesa, or if they've tried to trick us here. But I believe Jorginho signed for at least 40 mil from Roma to Chelsea. 6, Poland, Robert Lewandowski, Arkadiusz Milik or Krzysztof Piątek. Lewandowski hasn't signed for much money from Dortmund to Bayern. Milik, pretty expensive, he has had a big move. And Piątek, I'd say Piątek at the end. Ivory Coast, number 7, we all know who this is. Nicolas Pepe, Sebastian Haller or Didier Drogba. Not Didier Drogba, Haller, no, Nicolas Pepe for £72 million from Lille. Number 8, for Norway, Martin Odegaard, Erling Haaland or Sander Berge. Sander Berge signed for about £20 million from a club I'm not sure of to Sheffield United, so it can't be him. Erling Haaland came from Salzburg to Dortmund. He didn't sign for much money, but Martin Odegaard signed for about 40 to 50 mil, so it's Odegaard. Switzerland, Josip Drmic, Granit Xhaka or Xherdan Shaqiri. It's not Josip Drmic. Can't be Shaqiri, so it must be Granit Xhaka. Right answers. Number 1 is Gonzalo Higuain. 2 is B and 3 is B. Alexis Sanchez, James Rodriguez, both correct. Number 4 is C, Mateo Kovacic. 5 is C, Jorginho. 6 is C, Piątek. 7 is A, Nicolas Pepe. 8 is A, Odegaard. And 9 is B, Xhaka. Score out of 9 out of 9. Poster, Kylian Mbappe, most expensive of all time for France. £163 million, Monaco to PSG 2018. Talking about his move from Monaco to PSG, he was only 19, 20, and again, people did know him. He was the best youngster in the world at that time, in my opinion. Scoring goals, he scored against City a couple of times. But I mean, signing him for £163 million, you could be taking a massive risk. But it's turned out he's like Thierry Henry. People are saying he could be the new Thierry Henry or Eric Cantona. He has a lot of work to do. It's Mbappe scoring lots of goals in Ligue 1. He needs to try it out either La Liga, one day in the Premier League for a massive club. Right now it seems like he is going to Real Madrid, but who knows? He might cancel his move, his agent might say no for the wages, he might not even pass his medical. There's only one way to find out. Just keep waiting. The poster, Kieran Tierney, most expensive of all time, Scotland, £24 million, Celtic to Arsenal in 2019. Robertson signed from Hull City to Liverpool for about £20 million, probably even a lower sum. And Liverpool took a massive risk again because they signed a Hull City player. Hull City were about 20th place in the Premier League. They were in the relegation zone, they got relegated to the Championship. And they made Robertson, well, not the best left back in the world, but one of the best left backs in the world. Because right now, João Cancelo's doing amazing. Kieran Tierney from Celtic for £24 million. Only 3 years ago. He's a great player, but he needs to offer more. For the money he's been bought for, it's about the right he's playing. But he could turn into a Scottish captain one day, playing at left back or centre back, wherever he's going to play. He could become Scottish captain, and he definitely will be a great player in the future if he keeps going like he is, and if Arsenal keep up this form, because they're doing very well in the Premier League. Exclusive. Football Manager Transfer Sim. 17 big predictions. Will this stuff really happen? 1. Erling Haaland. The Norway net buster continued to do just that at Dortmund for the next few seasons before making a £109 million move to PSG, where he scored 158 goals in 215 games. Not only that, but he laid on 37 assists too. 2. Jack Grealish. Super Jack ended up having a long career at Man City, 8 seasons, in fact, but never really hit the ground running. Played a lot of games, 152, before moving to Wolves for £2.1 million in 2028, where he spent 2 campaigns. Finally finished his career at Celtic. 3. Mason Greenwood. We're not sure if he fell out of favour or maybe picked up an injury, but Mace didn't get much game time between 2021 and 2024 and eventually packed his bags to join the Toon Army's revolution in 2028 for £31.5 million. He stayed there for 2 seasons, scoring just 14 goals in 64 games. 4. Tammy Abraham. Tammy's time under Jose Mourinho must have caught the eye because Man City swooped in for his signature in 2023 at a pretty hefty price of £85 million. He didn't do too badly either, scoring 88 goals in 221 games. 5. Wesley Fofana. Big Wes is a wonder kid we're expecting to do mega things, and he didn't disappoint in our sim. After a £94 million move to Bayern Munich in 2024, he played 135 games in 6 seasons, winning silverware galore. 6. Ciro Immobile. The Italian frontman did a fine job for Lazio for 9 seasons and finally left Serie A aged 35 in 2025, when he signed for Arsenal for £8.75 million. Even then, he still banged, hitting 32 goals in 3 full seasons. 7. Calvin Phillips. Leeds' midfield warrior had a sick career, moving to Real Madrid in 2023 for £87 million before heading to Chelsea for £30.5 million after 4 seasons in Spain. Favourite part? He ended up at Brighton for £6.25 million to chill by the seaside. Kai Havertz, most expensive of all time, Germany, £72 million from Bayer Leverkusen to Chelsea 2020. Well, they've got a chant about him. Roman Abramovich says Kai Havertz is the best on earth. So Roman, do you know what it's worth? Kai Havertz is the best on earth. After he scored the Champions League final goal, but he's not close to being the best player, even in Chelsea. He's still very young, still got lots of chances, but it doesn't look very likely that this season he will start. Maybe in a couple of seasons he will start picking up form and then really get onto it, scoring lots of goals. Virgil van Dijk, most expensive of all time for Holland, £75 million, Southampton to Liverpool, 2018. Liverpool just take all of Southampton's players. They have taken Wijnaldum, I believe. He played for Newcastle. They took Adam Lallana. They took Sadio Mane. I can't think of them on the top of my head. Oh, they signed Virgil van Dijk, of course. Well, there was about another 3 or 4 players that Liverpool took off Southampton to sign for them. But all of them signings have pretty much worked out, especially Virgil van Dijk. Getting that injury, Jordan Pickford sliding him and probably ended the season. It destroyed his career, maybe, because he was the best defender in the world at that time. After the injury, now he just doesn't look the same. Players are getting past him easier. It's just he needs to get back into it. Top 10 most valuable ballers in the world. The game is packed with world-class players right now, so we've drilled into the numbers to find out who's worth the most. What they did, we looked at the players' ability, potential, age and how vital they are to their club, but we ignored their contract situation and any release clause. 10. Jadon Sancho, £110 million. United and England, 21, winger. After his huge summer move, Jadon is certified as one of football's most valuable assets. The elite 21-year-old has found his feet at Old Trafford, and the goals and assists have started to flow. He could become a world-class beater. I think his worth, his ability, he's got lots and lots and lots of ability. He's got lots of potential. He's young. But how they are and how vital they are to the club right now, he's worth about £105 million. 9. Mason Greenwood, £115 million. Man United and England, 20, forward. Mace might not be United's main man, but the world knows he's a pure talent. He has rockets in his boots, ice in his veins, and always hits a target. Greenwood could turn into a top striker with new boss Ralph Rangnick's guidance. I think he's worth more than 115 mil. 120. He's a top-class striker, and if he keeps going like he is, scoring goals in vital moments, he could become a great striker or winger. 8. Vinicius Jr., £120 million. Real Madrid and Brazil, 21, forward. Vinny has been at Real for a while now, but he stepped up this season. The rapid forward has hit match winner after match winner and inspired his side to the top of La Liga. He could become the best in the world one day. I think he's worth £124 million. 7. Harry Kane, £125 million. Tottenham and England, 28, striker, and also MBE. Hopefully that's the first of trophies he's going to get. Harry's struggling at the moment, but when Spurs click under Antonio Conte, Haz will show why he's one of England's greatest ever finishers. Unless he gets that big money move and he scores for someone else, that is. I think he's worth 125 mil. Keep it the same. Pedri, £130 million. Barcelona and Spain, 19, midfielder. Barca are known for their ball-playing midfielders, and Pedri is their latest hit. The classy tactician has put in some mega performances for Barca and Spain, and was named the best young player at the Ballon d'Or ceremony. I think he's worth 130 mil. Has anyone seen his release clause? I believe it was about £766 million release clause. That is way too much money to pay for a release clause, in my opinion. 5. Mohamed Salah, £135 million. Liverpool and Egypt, 29, forward. Liverpool's Egyptian king may be the best player in the world right now. He's not young, which is why his value is a bit low. But if a club wanted to add to his goals, assists and attacking perfection, they'd have to put up huge cash. I think he's worth £140 million. He's a top class player. His potential, he could get even better. His age is 29 and his abilities right up there. I'm seeing that right. Number 4, Bruno Fernandes for £140 million. Man United and Portugal, 27, attacking midfielder. He might be having a tough time finding his shooting boots, but Bruno's proved he's one of the game's best creative talents. He's calm and composed on the ball and could get even better. United have a diamond on their hands. I think he's worth 138 mil. He may not be on the best of form, but he's putting United's morale down a bit. I mean, the twining, him and Ronaldo, well, Roy Keane was saying that, and all other pundits were saying that Bruno Fernandes, Ronaldo twining in the game's just costing them points and points and points. It's good that Felipe Coutinho scored against them in a 2-2 draw. Very happy for Coutinho, he really deserves it. Number 3, Phil Foden, £160 million. Man City and England, 21, attacking midfielder. Foden has it all. He's at the start of his career, has bags of talent. He's at a huge club, plays for one of the best managers in the game, and already has a bulging trophy cabinet. The future is so bright for our Phil. 500 mil. No, I think he'd be worth about £165 million. He really is something for England in the future. I mean, England's team in general, in every single position, they have got some kind of talent that one day they will definitely become the best. 2. Erling Haaland, £170 million. Borussia Dortmund and Norway, 21, striker. With all the rumours flying around that Haaland could be making a move one day soon, Dortmund better find some room in their bank vault. If United or Real Madrid want Erling's goals, he'll take an astronomical bid. I think he's worth £170 million. 1. Kylian Mbappe, £180 million. PSG and France, 23, forward. There's no hotter property than the French megastar. He's got the tech and talent needed to become the best player in the game, and a big move could take him to be the next level. We can't wait to see how good he can be. I think he's worth £185 million. Are you a headline hero? We hope you're feeling funny, because you need to write out these wild signings and write the most side-splitting, lol-worthy headlines you can possibly think of. Breaking news, Aston Villa have added some bite to their midfield. Pug joins Aston Village. Breaking news, Chelsea make a movie to sign Wonderkid Cow. Chelsea move for talented cow. Never thought I'd say that in my life until now. Breaking news, new Spurs Rabbit signing will help them hot up to the table. Spurs sign trophy getting Rabbit. Breaking news, can Barcelona now leapfrog Real Madrid to win the title? Can Barcelona leap over Madrid? I say Madrid, Real Madrid. Breaking news, AC Milan spread their wings in the transfer market. I like that one. Just going to copy that because I like that one. Breaking news, this new signing at Man City is kind of a big deal. Man City sign determined pig. Wow. This is going to be very exciting. Premier League record signings. We reveal every Prem club's most expensive ever player. But have there been a flop signing? Arsenal, Nicolas Pepe, £72 million. Ivory Coast winger signed from Lille in 2019. His current record is Prem games 105, 26 goals, 21 assists. I think he has been a flop. Not because of his ability, it's because they signed him for £72 million. So if you're getting a player like that, they should be top level. But they signed him for £72 million from Lille, risking it really, and it didn't work out. If they signed him for £30 million, fair enough. But it's been a flop signing. For the money he's been signed and for what he's done, I don't think that's a great signing. Aston Villa, Emiliano Buendia, £34.5 million. Argentinian winger signed from Norwich in 2021. His Villa record, 17 games, 1 goal, 3 assists. Well, I can't say anything about this because it's too early to decide. But so far, he's been a flop. But so far, he could be very good in the coming year. So it's been a flop signing for me. At Norwich he was really good, but now he's not the star player because he's got Felipe Coutinho, they've got Ollie Watkins, they've got Emiliano Martinez. So he won't be the star player, but he needs to get used to it. Liverpool, Van Dijk, £75 million. Netherlands defender signed from Southampton in 2018. Reds record, Prem games 113, 11 goals, 4 assists. Top signing, 100%. Kept Liverpool's backline in contention. A really, really great player. Strong. He could be a leader. Anything you want him to be, he could be that. City, Jack Grealish for 100 mil. England midfielder signed from Aston Villa in 2021. His record is 15 games, 2 goals and 2 assists. Again, too early to decide. But so far, he's been a flop. Because they signed him for £100 million. It's a fine line. You could sign someone for £100 million and they could be the best player. Or you can sign them for £100 million. And what usually happens, they're not great. But if you sign someone for £10 million, they'll become your best player. It's about the pressure, how they handle it. For Brentford, Christopher Ayer, 14.1 mil. Norway centre-back signed from Celtic in 2021. His B's record, 7 Prem games, 0 goals, 0 assists. Top signing in my opinion. Great centre-back, very agile, very strong. Hasn't played much Prem games, but when he does, he will be there. Brighton, Eknok Mwepu, £20.07 million. The Zambia midfielder signed from RB Salzburg in 2021. So he came from Salzburg and Siegel's records, 11 games, 1 goal, 3 assists. Even though the stats aren't too great, in my opinion he's a top signing. He's been a bench warmer, super sub, scored that amazing goal against Liverpool. He's just a great player in general, especially for Salzburg. He was one of their star players. I think he's a top signing and I think he will bring great things to Brighton. That's why I'm saying he's a top signing. United, Paul Pogba for £94.5 million. French midfielder signed from Juventus in 2016. His Red Devils record, Prem games 146, goals 28, assists 36. This is a strange one because Paul Pogba doesn't play regularly, even though he's one of United's best players. So I can't say he's a top signing or a flop signing because he hasn't played much games, so he can't really show himself. But I'll just go in the middle. Just going to go in the middle. I don't think he can do that, but I'll do that. Newcastle, Joe Linton, £39.6 million. The Brazilian striker signed from Hoffenheim in 2019. His Toon record, Prem games 87, 7 goals, 5 assists. Again, terrible stat for a striker. I could easily say he's a flop. In these past months, he's been playing as a central midfielder and he's really did well in that role. But they signed him for £39.6 million, so he's a flop signing, in my opinion. Burnley, Ben Gibson, £15.2 million. The English defender signed from Middlesbrough in 2018. Claret's record, 1 Premier League game, 0 goals and 0 assists. Burnley. You spend basically all of your budget on a Championship, even League One player, and he's only played 1 game. 1 game for your team. And this is since 2018, so he's probably here right now, 4 years later, and he still hasn't played a game. And he's a top record signing. Flop signing, because I've never seen him play before. Bit harsh. Chelsea, Romelu Lukaku, £98 million. The Belgian striker signed from Inter Milan in 2021. His Blues record, 21 Prem games, 3 goals, 1 assist. As a Chelsea fan, definitely a flop signing. He just, first off, he's caused a massive scandal, which he's done at Everton before, going on an interview saying he wants to leave or whatever he's saying in the Italian press. And he's not playing well, he's missing open goals. He's just not the right type of player for Chelsea. For Norwich City, Christos Giolis, £9.9 million. Greek winger signed from PAOK in 2021. Canaries record, 9 games, 0 goals, 0 assists. Right, he's 19 years old. He's played 9 games, no goals, no assists. I'm still going to say he's a top signing because he is something for the future. Definitely. Southampton, Danny Ings for £22.5 million. The English striker signed from Liverpool in 2019. His Saints record, 91 games, 41 goals and 9 assists. This is obviously a top sign for me. He came in clutch in Southampton. Basically, so many games they were losing. He came in clutch, got their goal. Crystal Palace, Christian Benteke, 28 mil. Belgian striker signed from Liverpool in 2016. His record, 155 games, 35 goals, 11 assists. Another in the middle. because yes, he's played a lot of games and he's starting to pick up form now. But he's a record signing and he hasn't scored much goals, so I'm going to really edge it. It's going to be about 0.0001. I'm edging it as a flop signing. Everton, Richarlison, £50 million. Brazilian forward signed from Watford in 2018. His record is 115 games, 36 goals, 9 assists. Another hard one because, yes, easily a flop signing because he got signed £50 million. But he's also came in clutch for moments for Everton. Hopefully this is the right decision and I'm going for a flop signing. Actually, no. I'll cross it out. I think he's a bit of a top signing. He could be in the middle. For Tottenham, it's Tanguy and Ndombele, £54 million. French midfielder signed from Lyon in 2019. 63 Prem games, 6 goals, 5 assists. This one for me is very simple. I think he's a flop. Signed for £54 million. That's a big amount of money for Tottenham, and he hasn't played great. He has scored goals, but he's just in and out, in and out. Watford is Miles Sarr, £27 million. Senegalese winger signed from Rennes in 2019. 40 Prem games, 10 goals, 4 assists. He hasn't scored many goals, but he's definitely a top signing. How he's played this season's impressed me. 22 years old, 23. Really impressive player. Leeds, Rodrigo for £27 million. Spanish forward signed from Valencia in 2020. His Leeds record, 25 Prem games, 9 goals, 2 assists. And he's a flop signing in my opinion. For Leicester, Yuri Tielemans, £40.5 million. The Belgian midfielder signed from Monaco in 2019. 102 Prem games, 17 goals, 16 assists. Stats aren't very overwhelming, but he's like a holding player of the team. And yeah, he scores bangers. He's definitely a top signing for me. Doesn't get the assists, doesn't get the stats. His passing, his contribution to the team is very, very important. West Ham, Sebastian Haller, £45 million. The Ivory Coast striker signed from Frankfurt in 2019. 54 Prem games, 14 goals, 4 assists. I believe he's a flop signing. At Ajax though, he is really amazing. Top goal scorer in the Champions League. I believe he's a top goal scorer in the Eredivisie. He scores hat-tricks nearly every single game he plays. Impressive. For Wolves, Fabio Silva, £36 million. Portugal forward signed from Porto in 2020. His Wolves record, 41 games, 4 goals, 3 assists. Easily a flop signing so far. Again, he's young, he's got time. But right now, he's a flop signing, especially for 36 mil. Could have bought about 2 players, great quality for that. Victor Osimhen, most expensive of all time for Nigeria, £65 million from Lille to Napoli 2020. In the Serie A, he has been bagging goals, especially in the Europa League. He has been bagging goals against Leicester and Spartak Moscow. He just can't stop scoring. He's a 21 to 22-year-old, very quick. And, I mean, I'm looking at the Napoli kit here. I've never noticed this, by the way. There's Maradona on the bottom, so this is how much Napoli really respect Maradona. Osimhen, he definitely won't be close to Maradona. Don't even know why I'm making that comparison. But for Nigeria, he could be a Didier Drogba. If he keeps going like he is, well, he needs to be even better. The top 20 most expensive Premier League players ever. 2 flight clubs aren't scared of splashing the cash to get their hands on the world's best. Check out the players who cost Prem clubs the most. I'll be doing a flop signing or a great signing, even though it's not on here. 2018, 20. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Pierre, Arsene Wenger once said. Borussia Dortmund to Arsenal. £56.1 million. Alba netted 92 in his first 162 games with the Gunners and was a Golden Boot winner in 2019. His double won the 2020 FA Cup and he's been an ace since switching from Germany. Right now he's not in form, he's not playing as much, rather favour Lacazette or Nketiah. When Arsene Wenger signed him for £56.1 million, I'd say he's a top signing. For what he did in his early days at Arsenal was amazing, not right now. Number 19, Aymeric Laporte, Athletic Bilbao to Man City, £57 million. Spanish internationals battled for a centre-back spot in City's all-star defence. When Pep plays him, he has power and an attacking edge. 3 Prem titles shows he's a true winner. He's in 2018. He is a top signing in my opinion. Switched from French to Spanish. Because in France he was not playing for the national team. Didier Deschamps didn't select him for national games. Now at Spain he's playing most games under the manager. And at City he is doing very well. He scores a goal once in a while. But he's a top signing. Number 18, Christian Pulisic, Borussia Dortmund to Chelsea, £58 million. Still only 23, skillful USA captain was a big money buy 3 seasons ago and already has a Champions League and UEFA Super Cup medal in his pocket. Versatile and good value for Chelsea, 2019. This could be a hard one, could edge flop signing. And I've got an in the middle option as well, because I'm being nice to myself here. I'd say he's in the middle. He's still got time. It could be a flop signing right now, but he does score goals once in a while. Maybe every 4 to 5 games. 17, Angel Di Maria, Real Madrid to United. The Prem's record signing back in 2014. The Argentina winger only netted 3 in 27 league games and did hit 10 assists in a single season. United packed him off to PSG for £44 million in 2015 and he got signed for 59.7 mil. I prefer not to speak. He's a flop signing to United from Real Madrid. At Real Madrid he did do well. At United I'd say he's a flop signing. Number 16, Alvaro Morata. In 2017, Real Madrid to Chelsea for £60 million. After a big move, even bigger things were expected of the lethal Spain striker at the bridge. Morata never settled in England, though, and after 16 goals in 47 Prem games, he went to Atletico Madrid. Adios, Alv. He's a flop signing, never really got into the Premier League. He did score goals. Now, I believe, Atletico Madrid, I believe he's at. I'm not sure. I've kind of forgot about Alvaro Morata. I think he's at Juventus. I'm not sure. Number 15, João Cancelo, Juventus to Man City for £60 million. The defender signed for mega millions and has shown his class at right back, left back, on the wing, and even in midfield for Guardiola. Such a clever player, and £60 million looks a bargain. 2019. He is a great signing. And he's a top signing. Number 14, 2018, is Riyad Mahrez from Leicester to Man City, £60 million. City have a stash of transfers between £60 million to £65 million, with Mahrez one of the very best, hard-working, tricky and speedy winger. His title-winning Leicester displays have been added to with 2 Premier League medals at the Etihad. I'd say he is a top signing. Very underrated player, doing well for City. Still could do a bit better like he did in his Leicester days. Them days are far behind him with Leicester. Rodri, 13. Atletico Madrid to Man City for £62.8 million. Rodri was signed to keep City protected with his defensive midfield role. It has been 62 £6.8 million well spent, and he's already made over 100 clearances and tackles, and he heads anything in his path. He is a top signing. Lots of City transfers have worked out because City are very clever with who they sign, and Rodri is one of them great signings. Number 12, Ruben Diaz in 2021. From Benfica to City. When Diaz arrived, City finally had a replacement for their centre-back legend Vincent Kompany. The Portuguese baller is one of the planet's best defenders with the strength, vision, passing and heading to stop any striker. Got signed for £65 million. He is a top signing. 11. 2018, Alisson Becker from Roma to Liverpool for £66.8 million. The Reds were desperate to win the UCL and the Prem, so they splashed out a huge fee for the Brazil keeper, and in the following 2 seasons they lifted both trophies. No debate, Alisson has been awesome. He's definitely a top signing, great keeper, scored that goal against West Brom which will never be forgotten at Anfield. Number 10, Kai Havertz, Bayer Leverkusen to Chelsea, 72 mil in 2020. The German forward or midfielder had a slow start at Chelsea, making just 3 assists and scoring 4 in his first league season. But when he bagged the winner in the 2021 UCL final, he became an instant Chelsea hero. He's got time. Right now he's a flop. But I'll say he's in the middle because he's got the time. He's a flop right now, but he's still got about 8 years in his career. So he could still keep going, maybe become a top player. Number 9, Kepa Arrizabalaga, 2018, Athletic Bilbao to Chelsea, £72 million. Kepa came to Chelsea with a big reputation and an even bigger price tag. The transfer has so far been disappointing as the keeper failed to impress, and now is behind Edouard Mendy as the club's first choice. Can't believe I'm going to say this, but he could be in the middle again, because he hasn't played much in these past 2 seasons, and right now he's a very good keeper. But for the price tag and being second choice, he's definitely a flop. 8, Nicola Pepe, Lille to Arsenal, £72 million in 2019. When the lively and free-scoring winger rocked up for a record fee, Arsenal fans were dreaming of all his future goals and assists at the Emirates. While it hasn't been a nightmare move, Pepe still has loads to do to show he's a £72 million man. For me, he's a flop signing. 7, Jadon Sancho, Borussia Dortmund to Man United for £73 million. United have been linked to the young England winger for a couple of years now, and we're delighted to bag him last summer. Sancho struggled for his best form so far, but he'll surely become a creative spark soon enough. He's in the middle. He's a flop right now, but he could become a top player in the future. Number 6, Romelu Lukaku, Everton to United, 2017, £75 million. The only player to feature twice here, Ron blasted 68 goals in 4 seasons at Everton and sealed a £75 million switch to United. Things went pretty well at Old Trafford, but he needed 2 incredible years at Inter Milan to show once again what lethal, world-class finisher he really is. About Romelu Lukaku at United, he was a bit disappointing, and also he was very good at United. In the middle for me. Number 5, Virgil van Dijk, Southampton to Liverpool in 2018 for £75 million. VVD's huge move to the Reds is up there with the likes of Mo Salah, Alisson Becker, Luis Suarez, Fernando Torres as the club's best transfer business. The defender cost then world record fee, but it's been worth every penny. He's a top class signing by far. Like we said before, a strong player, he's agile, and he knows how to put a tackle in. 4, Harry Maguire, Leicester United, £80 million, 2019. Man United splashed a world record for a centre-back to grab the England star from Leicester. Maguire is a leader with the power to control the Red Devils' defence. He's an attacking weapon too when set pieces are whipped into the box. For £80 million, he is a flop. He's had his bad times. He's had a short period of time which it was actually pretty good. But now he's a flop. We could say that for 80 mil. Paul Pogba, Juventus to United, number 3, 2016 for 89 mil. The French star quit United for Juventus in 2012. Over the next 4 seasons, the all-action midfielder dazzled so much that the Red Devils signed him again for a record fee of £89 million. At Old Trafford, he can be both fantastic and frustrating, but he still has the skill to flip a game with a match-winning move. I think he's in the middle because he doesn't play every single game, and he could show his technical abilities if he does. 2021, Romelu Lukaku, Inter Milan to Chelsea, £97.5 million. All great strikers want to smash it in the Premier League. Not only did Lukaku return after 2 seasons in Italy, but he also came back to the club he was at from 2011 to 2014 without ever finding a net. In his second spell at Chelsea, the Blues' most expensive transfer, will make a much bigger impact in front of goal. Before I said he's a flop, but now thinking of it, he could be in the middle because he's had about 40 games at Chelsea. He still has time, but I just don't like him. Like his attitude, interviews and how he talks about the team, it just disgusts me. 2021, Jack Grealish, number 1. Aston Villa to Man City for £100 million. Scoring, assisting, crossing, passing, tackling. Grealish has shown he could do it all with his unique style, and that's why I see he handed over a huge £100 million for the England favourite in the summer. Jack had 75 goals and assists combined in 213 games for Aston Villa, and at the Etihad, he stepped it up once again, helped by the world-class talent around him. The trophies and awards will surely come from the Prem's most expensive star. I think he's in the middle. Still got time. So far, he's not doing great. But Aston Villa said thank you for the £100 million, and they're using that money to sign the likes of Luca Digne, Coutinho on a loan deal, and much more that they are targeting. Who would you sign? Imagine the ultimate transfer window. Who would you buy for your club? You can only sign one from each row. The Gaffer, Guardiola, Jurgen Klopp, Thomas Tuchel, Pochettino. I really like Tuchel because I'm a Chelsea fan, of course, but Pep Guardiola is a mastermind tactician and you can't outplay him. So I'd choose Pep Guardiola as the Gaffer. The keeper, Alisson Becker, Ederson, Jan Oblak or Gianluigi Donnarumma. Donnarumma, the reason is because he's young, great keeper already. The baller, Phil Foden, Bukayo Saka, Jack Grealish or Mason Mount. Jack Grealish, Bukayo Saka, no thanks. It's either Mason Mount or Phil Foden. This is not going to tell me who's better. But I'd rather have Mason Mount than Foden. I know that sounds crazy. The goal king, Kane, Mohamed Salah, Erling Haaland, Mbappe. Erling Haaland every day of the week for me. The GOAT, Messi, Ronaldo, Neymar, Kevin De Bruyne. There's only one GOAT here, Lionel Messi. The Red Devil, Marcus Rashford, Jadon Sancho, Paul Pogba and Mason Greenwood. Ooh. I'd say Mason Greenwood for the wing, and then Messi on the other part of the wing. Haaland up top, Mount at the cam. It's a very attacking formation. Gareth Bale, most expensive of all time, Wales, £85.3 million. Tottenham to Real Madrid in 2013. To be honest with you, I kind of forgot this guy existed, but he's probably been playing golf for the past year or two. When he was in his prime, so basically 2016, 17, even before, just from about 2014 14 to 15 to 2017 to 18 for me were his prime years, alongside Ronaldo and Benzema. Now he's just playing golf with his sheep. Can't blame him. Women in football. In focus, Jo Tongu. Football agent. Jo Tongu, an FA registered agent, is CEO, the big boss of tongue-tied management, which represents 36 current and former players, as well as sports broadcasters. My school days. Jo says, when I was growing up I wanted to be a football reporter. English and PE were my favourite subject at school, and Latin was my least favourite. Although at least I always understood the motto on the Spurs badge. My football memories. I remember going to watch Tottenham in the FA Cup semi-final at Wembley in 1991 with my mum, dad and siblings, and going to the World Cup in the USA in 1994 was out of this world as a 15-year-old. My journey. After going to university, I did work experience, worked in local radio and local newspapers, before working on BBC 5 Live, BBC TV and BBC Sport. I was editor of BBC 606 for 10 years, and I am also a director of Women in Football. My job, Jo says, faced a lot of challenges, from sexism to clients not getting jobs or moves I've worked hard on. But that just makes me want it all more. When someone wrongs me, I always think to myself, I'll show them, and I just work harder, and it makes me want it more. My job involves being on the phone, fixing problems and creating opportunities, working on career strategies and securing contacts for clients, football and broadcasting deals, as well as branded commercial deals like boot deals. My advice to you is be more confident, don't wait to be asked, and believe you're good enough. My top tips: to be successful, you should be passionate, know your stuff and work harder than everyone else. You need to care about your clients, know the industry, have good communication skills and be a team player. When I was 10 years old, I was a girl who loved football, was obsessed with Tottenham and read football programmes all the way from front to back. 15-year-old, I was going to Spurs games home and away with my friends and family. I lived in my Spurs kit. 20 years old, I was ready to take on the world and I thought I was invincible, but I was working in Mackie D's and for free in the media. Now, I'm a CEO, an FA registered intermediary, a director of Women in Football and a trustee on 2 football charities. Joe's favourite things: food, chicken and coleslaw, drink, decaf coffee or tea, musical artist Beyonce, TV show Match of the Day, footballers Harry Kane and Kelly Smith. Let's go! Jack Grealish, most expensive of all time for England. £100 million, Aston Villa to Man City, 2021. When you talk about Grealish, all you talk about is his calves, or his shin pads, or his low socks, or his diving. But no one really talks about his technical ability, his goals, his passing. He's really good at that, but so far he's not showing it at Man City. It's a big club, prestigious, domestic glory, Continental Cup glory. They want everything, Man City. They want all the trophies. They're trying to booster up the squad, and they thought Grealish would do well. Now he's doing poorly. Hopefully, though, he will start picking up form and become great. The big transfer quiz, first half. Which club signed Saad bin Rama in the January 2021 transfer window? West Ham, Brentford, Everton or Norwich? West Ham United. 2. Who did Inter Milan sign from Serie A rivals Roma in August? Arturo Vidal, Edin Dzeko, Ivan Perisic or Denzel Dumfries? Edin Dzeko. 3. When did the current transfer window open? 1st of December, 25th of December, 31st of December or the 1st of January? 1st of January. 4. What has Romelu Lukaku cost in total career transfers? £192 million, £292 million, £392 million, or £492 million? £292 million. 5. Defender Matty Cash cost Villains £16 million. Can you identify the costly cash? A, B, C or D? B. Matty Cash. Who joined Everton for a bargain £1.5 million move in 2016? Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Alan, Michael Keane or Richarlison? Dominic Calvert-Lewin. 8. A loan between Prem clubs and another English clubs is officially called what? Free move, season switch, temporary transfer or a part-time deal? Temporary transfer. And I missed out number 7, sorry. Which year did Ronaldo first join Man United? 2021, 2011, 2009 or 2003? They know how to test me here. Believe he was at Sporting in 2003, but he scored against Portsmouth in 2008. Ooh. It's got to be 2003. Number 9. Who was Jurgen Klopp's first big signing at Liverpool? Felipe Coutinho, Divock Origi, Sadio Mane or Virgil van Dijk? Sadio Mane. Which of these stars has never moved clubs? Thomas Muller, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Lewandowski or Sebastian Haller? Haller's went to West Ham, Ajax, etc. Lewandowski went to Dortmund, Bayern and some Polish club. Ibrahimovic has been to like about 7 teams. And Muller hasn't moved in his whole career. Once from Bayern, always from Bayern. Transfer windows were first used in the Prem for which season? A. 1990-91, B. 2002 or 3, C. 2009 to 10, D. 2020 to 21. 2002 or 3, that's right. 12. Which of these players did not join PSG from Barcelona? Messi, Xavi Simons, Rafinha, Achraf Hakimi? Achraf Hakimi, he was at Real. 13. This club spent over £80 million in the last transfer window. Can you name them? Fulham, Burnley, Leicester, Aston Villa. Looks like Aston Villa. 14. This ex-England man is now available. Who is he? Gary Cahill, Jack Wilshere, Jack Rodwell or James Milner? Jack Wilshere. 15. Who was the first £50 million Premier League signing? Fernando Torres, Wayne Rooney, Raheem Sterling or Alexander Lacazette? Torres. 16. How much did Prem clubs spend in the last January transfer window? A. £750 million. B. £1.04 billion. C. £2.24 billion. And D. £3.2 billion. Well, £750 million is a bit too low. £3.2 billion is a bit too high. I'd answer 1.04 bill. 17. How many loan offers has Chelsea's Conor Gallagher had? 1, 2, 4, 6. Can't be 1. He definitely can't be 6. What do you remember here? He's had about 5 or something. So I'll go for 4. 18. Eden, Torgan, and Kylian Hazard have all had transfers to which club? Club Brugge, PSG, Chelsea, Real Madrid. Should be Club Brugge, right? Actually, no. I think the Chelsea is... I don't think Torgan Hazard has been to Club Brugge, so I'd say Chelsea. I believe. 19. Which Barca A's has an £846 million release clause? Samuel Umtiti, Pedri, Memphis Depay, or Sergio Dest? Pedri. I said 766 mil. Well, I was trying to tell you that. 20. Which of these stars joined Arsenal in the Women's Super League for a club record fee in July 2021? Beth Mead, Viviane Miedema, Nikita Paris, or Tobin Heath? Nikita Paris. 1 is A, 2 is B. 1 is A, 2 is B, correct. 3 is D, correct. 4 is B, yes, correct. 5 is B, correct. 6 is A, correct. 7 is D, correct. 8 is C, correct. 9 is C, correct. 10 is A, correct. 10 out of 10 so far. 11 is B, correct. 12 is D, correct. 13 is D, correct. 14 is B, correct. 15 is A, correct. 16 is B, correct. 17 is C, I got lucky there. 18 is C, correct. 19 is B. 20 is C. So, 20 out of 20. Make your own transfer rumour. Use this MOTD Mag rumour generator to create your own epic piece of transfer gossip. Question 1. Pick the day you were born. Now I have to go all of these. 1. Jude Bellingham. 2. Riyad Mahrez. 3. Wilfried Zaha. 4. Rafinha. 5. Nicola Pepe. 6. Timo Werner. 7. Divock Origi. 8. Dele Alli. 9. James Maddison. 10. Karim Benzema. 11. Dominic Calvert-Lewin. 12. Calvin Phillips. 13. Todd Cantwell. 14. Aaron Ramsey. 15. Kieran Trippier. 16. Ismail Assar. 17. Lautaro Martinez. 18. Renato Sanchez. 19. Eden Hazard. 20. Ousmane Dembele. 21. Yes Bissouma. 22. Luka Modric. 23. Erling Haaland. 24. Joe Gomez. 25. Paulo Dybala. 26. João Felix. 27. Philippe Coutinho. 28. Dusan Vlahovic. 29. Declan Rice. 30. Federico Chiesa. 31. Adama Traore. Was born the 2nd, so Riyad Mahrez. Question 2. Pick your favourite food. Pizza, Sevilla. Chips, Aston Villa. Apple, AC Milan. Pasta, Burnley. Sandwiches, Bayern Munich. Crisps, Notts County. Beans, Besiktas. Ice cream, PSG. Chicken, Man United. And burger, #United. I'll be honest with you, I don't really have a favourite food. So this is where I just have to, well, I like everything on there. I wanna make it interesting. Pasta, I'll just go for pasta. So we go to Burnley. That sounds right. Number 3, the month you were born. January 62 mil, February for 3, March 99 mil, April 5.5 mil, May 18 mil, June 1 mil, July 212 mil, August £80 million, rising to 51 mil, September a loan with option to buy, October 30 mil, November 136 mil, December undisclosed, so for me it's undisclosed. Question 4, what colour top you wearing? Your sauce. Red, social media. Blue, my grandma. Green, Sky Sports News. Black, window cleaner. White, BBC Sport. Brown, newspaper. And other, the postman. Well, my favourite colour is blue. So I'll just get it from my grandma. because why not? Player, Riyad Mahrez to Burnley for an undisclosed fee. And the source, my grandma. Perfect. This deal's going to happen soon. 15 transfers we want to see this January. MOTD Mag brings you the hottest deals to look out for this summer. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Arsenal and Newcastle, a loan to buy. Alba's made a bit of a mess of this season Arsenal after being stripped of his captaincy for stinky behaviour. He needs a fresh start. So we want him to see him bagging and flipping in front of the Gallo Gate end for the tune. Alvaro Morata, loan to buy. Juventus to Barcelona. Whisper it, but Barcelona are slowly but surely on the up with some low-key techie signings like Ferran Torres. With Icardi potentially on his way to Juve, Morata might just be the experienced head they need to gel it all together. Declan Rice for £75 million from West Ham to Man United. Dec's been running the show at West Ham this season and David Moyes won't want to sell. But the Red Devils are crying out for a midfielder with this kind of skill set. Imagine him in the engine room at Old Trafford. Just feels right. Dusan Vlahovic, Fiorentina to Arsenal for £55 million. Paul believes the Emirates, the Gunners need a ledge replacement and this giant Serbian sharpshooter is perfect. He's scored 18 goals in 20 games so far this season in Italy. Rumour has it, Arsenal will include Luca Torreira as part of any deal. £35 million, Adama Traore from Wolves to Tottenham. Adama loves to drill through Premier League defences, but he doesn't want to get to do that often at Wolves anymore. So we want to see him make an amazing front three with Harry Kane and Son Heung-min. £15 million, Gabriel Barbosa from Flamengo to West Ham. David Moyes rubbished reports linking him to the Brazilian striker, but we think this is just to drive the price down. Gabigol would bring some serious flair to the Hammers attack. Hope it happens. Paulo Dybala, Juventus to anywhere. We don't care who, we don't care for how much, but please will someone sign Paulo Dybala? The Argentina forward is linked to every club under the sun, every single transfer window. So we'd really appreciate it if he'd get a move and start smashing it again. £27 million, Luca Digne from Everton to Chelsea. He's at Aston Villa, but I might as well read it. Ben Chilwell's season-ending injuries thrown Chelsea into the market for a techie left-back. Step forward, Lucas Digne after signing Vitaly Milenko from Dynamo Kiev. Looks like Everton could be up for shaking hands on this one. For £50 million, Conor Gallagher from Chelsea to PSG. This one is exciting. Word in the street is that big hitters PSG have been so impressed with Con. They want to do a deal. It's complicated though. Crystal Palace would need to agree to end his current loan deal with Chelsea early. To PSG, Conor Gallagher. The guy's playing for Crystal Palace. And he can't make it to the first team in Chelsea. That's very interesting. £25 million, Dele Alli from Tottenham to Newcastle. Dele's career seems to have dropped off a cliff after the past 2 seasons, and that's not nice to see. Buzzing move to Newcastle to help them build a dream team might put the fire back in his boots. Luis Diaz, Porto to Liverpool for £60 million. The Reds' front line is already elite tier, but adding the Colombian forward would take things to an even higher level. Diaz has been unstoppable in Portugal this term and would set the Prem on flames. Todd Cantwell for £40 million from Norwich to Leeds. Newcastle want the 23-year-old, but they want everyone. We'd prefer Toddy Boy to sign for Leeds, a club that has been trying to sign him for 3 seasons now and have a stacked injury list. This could be the time to finally get the attacking midfielder. Aston Villa for £8 million. Aaron Ramsey from Juventus to Aston Villa. Everton, West Ham and many other clubs are sniffing round the Wales superstar. The thought of a midfield legend Steven Gerrard mentoring Ramsey back to his best in the Prem has got us buzzing. Jesse Lingard for £18 million from United to West Ham. It was around this time last year that Yearlings headed to the Hammers and transformed their season. They've been flying high this campaign, but could do with another Lingard lift in attacking areas. £32 million, Barcelona from Chelsea. Andres Christensen, and then the other way around, Chelsea to Barca. Chelsea are keen to bring in fresh defensive options, but they need to sell first to make it happen. Christensen has done well for them over 6 seasons, but has really never cemented his spot in the side. Barca suits his passing game. Neymar, most expensive of all time, Brazil. £198 million from Barca to PSG in 2016. I thought it was about 230 something mil. But it doesn't matter. It's rounding it up. It's to £200 million. Really, in my opinion, it kind of is a flop signing for the money he's been bought for. But for the quality he's been signed for, he's a very quality player, especially in his Barca playing days, alongside Messi, Suarez, a techie player, and he hasn't made it to the top like Ronaldinho. Well, he has, but not to the same wavelength like Ronaldinho has. The transfer dice. Use these 2 dice to see which club you're going to sign for, how much you'll move for, and what your future holds. Dice 1, the club you sign for. Lyon for 22 mil, Coventry for 1.2 mil, AC Milan for 34 mil, Red Bull Salzburg for 8 mil, Porto for 11 mil, Wigan for 700k. So you glue the dice, you need scissors and glue. Then dice 2, what happens? And then there's stuff here. So oops, you fall out with your new boss and get sold to Gillingham. Boom, you score 52 goals and join PSG for 100 mil in 2023. Oh no, you fail your medical and decide to become a butcher. Wow, you win the Ballon d'Or and move to City for 180 mil. Yikes, you don't settle and quit the club for MLS side Portland Timbers. Bit like Insigne, but he went to Toronto. Ledge, you become the club's greatest ever player, a true legend. How to make your dice. 1. Neatly cut out each dice template over the dotted lines. 2. Make a fold along each black line and bend each template into a cube shape, keeping the text on the outside. 3. Finally, glue the shaded areas and stick your dice together. Whew. What a Match of the Day magazine video that was. If you made it this far in this video, can you please like and comment your dream signing for your club? Because for me, as a Chelsea fan, my dream signing would probably be Prenzel Kimpembe. Because we need centre-backs, we need a depth in that position. So I think Prenzel Kimpembe will fit. Hope you enjoy this Match of the Day magazine video, guys. I really enjoyed it. By the way, go check out my new series reviewing each World Cup ball from 1930 to present day. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye.